Hey, everybody, welcome to the MURCA Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just an open chat between myself and my viewers. If you've got any questions for me, any topics you'd like me to weigh in on, feel free to let me know. Or you can just talk amongst yourselves. You don't have to pay attention to me whatsoever. But if you do want to talk to me, that's why I'm here, so that I'm accessible. So you can ask me anything you want to ask me. You don't have to wonder where I stand on something, how I feel about something. I'll let you know. I don't hide like some channels do, which is not good for my channel, but still, I'd rather do that and feel good about myself. And also, I don't hide if you disagree with me. If you disagree with something I've said, whether it's just factually incorrect and you want to enlighten me, feel free to come in and let me know. Or if you disagree philosophically with one of my opinions or my positions on something, let me know. Come on in, call me out, express your side of the story, your opinion on the topic. I love hearing differing opinions, especially if they're well presented. So come on in, let me know. I like to start off every day letting everybody know if we've sold any merchandise, if anybody's bought any merchandise, because that does help support TYMP. That is the Yankee Marshal Posse Pistol Project, where we provide 4 families every month. And did I ever send out I don't think I ever sent out the nominees this month so that people can vote. I need to get on that, don't I? It's not letting me sign in to Printify for some reason. I don't know why, but if I can't sign in, I can't read the orders. There, it finally popped up. All right, let's see if we got anybody ordering anything today. I just got a new shirt from there. I got my new Grindhouse shirt, my Pete's Grindhouse. This shirt looks even better in person than I had hoped. I'm glad I got it in the red. It looks good in the red. Let me see. Do we have any orders today? We got some new items over there, but we got no new orders. So nothing to read there. Also, if you want to become a Patreon member or Subscribe Star member, you can go over my website, TYMPPistolProject.com. You can do that over there, support Pets and Vets or TYMP. If you want to go buy merchandise, you can also find a link right there where you can go to my Shopify page and buy merchandise to support TYMP. Although some of it now, if it's animal themed, a lot of it does support Pets and Vets, I should say, because we needed to get an extra revenue source for Pets and Vets because it was failing. We did get one new Subscribe Star member today. Who was that? We just got someone who joined. Where did they go? What was their name? Subscribers. Active subscribe. Beep Bop Boop. Beep Bop Boop joined. That's is that like Eep or Beep Bop Boop? I don't think that's their legal Christian name, but they became a Patreon member. I don't think we got any new, they came Subscribe Star member. I don't think we got any new Patreon members. We got one person who downloaded their membership from over there, but no one came new. All right. Now let me get over here and see if we've got any questions coming in, because, part of an open chat relies on the biggest part of an open chat is getting people to weigh in and ask questions. And I can't get my page to come up. Here we go. There, it finally popped up. My internet is moving very slow today. I don't know what's going on. I've had a busy day and the internet is moving slow. All right, let's go see if we got any questions coming in. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. All right. We got a payment from, well, that looks like an order. Did somebody place an order and I don't know it? Let's see. Oh, yes, we did have an order. And I must have missed it. Why is it not showing up over here? It's not showing up. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. That's why it wasn't showing up over there. There it is. Lee Pennington placed an order over on Printify or Shopify. He got a Guns Make Me So Happy Eeyore t-shirt. He got the Great Acorn Wars. I like that shirt. Doesn't sell very well. And he got a Prepared Bear t-shirt. So thank you for purchasing and supporting the Pets and Vets program. For a second, I was like, wait, did I get some donations? But no, we got a purchase, actually. Let me get back to the question, see if anybody's chiming in. Dale Rickety chimed in. and said, yo, yo, yo. I guess he's trying to be hip. Maybe he's regressing. Maybe that's what the problem is. We got John Heasley chiming in. John Heasley's become half of the support for Pets and Vets right now because he's trying to win the double super secret rock giveaway, which right now looks like he's going on. He's got at least a 50-50 chance. Did you happen to get the email that I wanted a 44 Magnum silver bullet instead of 4570? What makes you think I didn't go ahead and order the bullets right away when you want it and let me know what you wanted? It sounds like you think I'm not on top of it and I'm not getting stuff done in a timely manner. And that, oh, he surely hasn't already ordered the bullet, so I can just change it last minute. I take exception at that. Although I had not ordered the bullets and I still haven't, and I did see that. John Heasley also said, I think Trump is and always will and has always failed us on gun rights. I had to interpret what he was writing there because he kind of fucked it up. Jeffrey Vaughn chimed in, got an entry in the silver bullet drawing. Remember, if you're someone who watches these videos later, you don't watch them live and you can't get in on the silver bullet giveaways or the double super secret rock giveaway. Well, it's true. You can't do super chats, but you can do super thanks. Every $5 donation to Pets and Vets gets you one entry into the silver bullet drawing. And if you do a $10 donation, you get 2 entries into the silver bullet drawing, as you should. And you get an entry into the double super secret rock giveaway, which runs through the 15th of this month. So there's only like another week to get in on that. And then we'll go back to making what we normally make a day. Would you look up the 270 rim cartridge and give first impressions? Well, I'd have to do more than just look it up right now. Before I could actually judge. Nothing I can do during the chat. I can look it up and talk later. I guess it's a game round, I would think. I guess people say it's not as good as the 30-06, which I wouldn't imagine it would be. So is it something that we have a need for? I guess it's a little faster than a 308, maybe. But not by much, it says. But I don't know. It doesn't look like if 30-06 is better and 308 is, almost as good. Is it something we really need? Do you really need to buy a new gun to use it? But I like seeing new cartridges. I like to see diversity in cartridges and availability, not consolidation. That's for sure. I hate seeing consolidation. Like people saying, you wanted 30 super to fail. No, I want there to be as many rounds available as possible. I just knew it was going to fail because it wasn't that great of a round and didn't really serve a good purpose. Adam Jacoby paid his $2 tithe to Phil and said, Smith & Wesson released the 1854 lever action in 4570. I saw that. They got a stainless one and a blue one. Yeah, that's all he said. Yeah, I saw that. It's still got a 20-inch barrel. If it had like an 18.5-inch barrel, I'd probably be a little more interested. But still nice guns, but they're also not cheap. Of course, neither are the Rugers, but those are very not cheap. Officer Taterhater chimed in and said, sent emails, as I said, in not the police's comment section, until you start hooking them up with more dirty talk. Nothing will change. Well, until police start being held responsible for their actions and then just put in general pop, as far as I'm concerned, there will be nothing change. And the current president doesn't want anything changed. He wants to give police total immunity. I'm sure he's never had bad interactions with police because, he's part of the 1% living in New York. The police there are just basically a private security force for the wealthy. So he doesn't see a reason why not to give them total immunity. Ben Coors also chimed in here and said, Trump sucks with the second. Who were all the winners yesterday? Missed the end of the chat and couldn't get back and view it. Silver bullet winners were Jim Steiner, James Seckinger, Martin Nuwaguin, and John Heasley, unfortunately, but he kind of stacked the deck. And the friend winner was Jeremy Plath from Florida, who has not contacted me yet, by the way. And I don't think neither has Martin Nuwaguin or Jim Steiner. James Seckinger, I think that's Georgia Trucker, or Go Trucker, as I always keep saying. And he said that if I wanted to save money, I could just not send it to him if we wanted to put the money back towards the. So I'm thinking about it. We'll see. But that looks like that's it for the super chats today. Let's see if we got any emails coming in. I think I got one. We got a late start today, but we might get out early because we might not have a lot of conversation going on today. Let's see here. There it is right there. Chris Snyder said 1969, 1970 Model 10. It needs new grips and one is cracked. Well, I mean, new grips will solve that. Yeah, those are awesome little guns. It's very Kojacky, if you know what I mean. Boom, boom, boom. They do the Model 10s now in the Classic series too. Not the Snubbies though. They do the Model 36 in the Snubby though. So that's got us all caught up on the emails and the chat. So let's see if we got anything coming over here on in the live chat. Endangered Species Act and NEPA used to seize land and delay projects by leftist environmentalists. Why are you saying environmentalists are only on the left? Well, that's sad. If only left people on the left understand the importance of maintaining our environment. If the right doesn't have any environmentalists, that's a real sorry state of affairs. Because the environment belongs to all of us, and we shouldn't be allowing private companies to rape it, especially not when it actually legally belongs to all of us in public areas and stuff. Shouldn't be allowing 1% to get richer off of our property while destroying it. Common Massachusetts now requires live training for gun owners, bans non-resident hunting and competition without LTC and FID licensed muzzleloader. Fuck Maria Healy. I don't know who that is. I assume that's somebody in Massachusetts. They're trying to do that here too, where you have to have training to buy a gun. Massachusetts now licensed Mason tasers. Also, fuck that Mora Healy. I know that you cream your shorts talking about Trump, but nothing you're stating doesn't apply. Apple, every single other president, government always takes and never gives back or plays fair. One, I don't cream my shorts talking about Trump, and two, I thought you all say Trump's different. Is he not different? Is that the point? Is that the point you're making there? Trump's no different? Because I'll listen. I'll be like, yeah. I'm not going to argue with that. He's no different. Trump stands up to Europe and their unfair trade policies. I don't know if their trade policies are actually all that unfair. Most of the trade policies with them is based on our own national corporations wanting to be able to do what they want to do. And the reason they set things the way they do is so that they're justified in producing products overseas. So I don't think it's so much he's standing up to Europe. I think he's standing up to a lot of very wealthy people who I think now are having second thoughts about it. I think they thought it would benefit them, but I don't know where the tariffs is going to go, but we'll see. Like I said, something different. We'll see how it goes. X on monopoly on tasers and body cams drive up costs. Could be reason to give cops immunity. What? Axon monopoly on tasers. There's no reason to give cops immunity. Period. None. Where did it? I just lost my place. It dropped me to the bottom. Where did it go? I just lost my place. Sit pick my new purchase. I already saw that. What could go wrong if Phil runs out of soda? Oof. Well, the end of all existence as we know it. That could happen. Someone asked me what soda Phil likes the other day. He likes Mark's Red Cream Soda. It's the best cream soda. It's the best soda in the world, and he can drink it. He don't have diabetes. So it would take a lot of sugar to give him a diabetes. If that question is for him, you need to put, what's this? What shoulder holster would you suggest for a Smith & Wesson Model 629 Deluxe 3-inch? Please and thank you. I have no clue. I don't own a whole shoulder holster. So I can't really suggest something I don't even own. I wouldn't know much about it. I just saw a new movie called The Friend about a woman who inherits her dead friend's Great Dane. It was pretty good. I heard something about that movie. I haven't seen it and probably won't. But of course, if someone had to die, I'd rather be the friend than the Great Dane. I thought it was supposed to be yo-ho, yo-ho, not yo-yo-yo. Ain't no yo-yo. What? Who knows what Dale Rickety says or why he says it? It just happens. He just says stuff. You can't question it. You just pat him on the head and say, good job, Grandpa. Same thing you do when he has a bowel movement, because you got to remember he's 107 years old. Just for the 50%. That was John Heasley, by the way. John M. Mandrick chimed in and said, do you have a favorite shotgun? What do you think is the most important shotgun feature for home defense, for property defense? I do have a favorite shotgun. Because I got that trench gun and I really like it a lot. And I keep wanting to say I kind of think I like it better than any other shotgun I own. But to be honest, I still think my Benelli M4 is my favorite shotgun. I just think it is. And the most important feature for a shotgun for home or property defense is that it's 12 gauge. That's can be pumped, can be semi-automatic, can be whatever you want. Because once you're using it for, some people are like, oh, I don't trust semi-automatic for home defense. Well, even in the most finicky shotguns that I've seen ever have trouble with ammo, it's never with like buckshot or slug. It's always with like really light skeet shot, bird shot, stuff like that. You're not using that for home defense. So should be just fine. So I don't care if it's semi-automatic, if it's pump action, or if it's just a fucking double barrel. It's fine with me. I don't care. It's what you think you need most. But that's about it. I don't, if you're going to be using it inside, I don't want no, giant barrels or anything. I don't want to have to give myself any less of an advantage going around a corner or opening a door than I need to. So I don't really like using things like that inside. But, just the caliber, just that it's a 12 gauge, that's the most important feature. And I still think my Benelli M4 is my favorite shotgun. It's going to be hard to make one better. The only thing I could think of that would make me have a different favorite shotgun would be if I could get hold of one of them shorty triple barrel shotguns that used to be made by Chiappa. Now I think they're Charles Daly, that has the removable buttstock on it, so you can take it down to like a little pistol. I want one of those. I want a short barrel shotgun really bad, and a 3-barreled shot. That would be awesome, I think. So I want one bad. I don't have a ton of shotguns. I think I've got like 5 shotguns, and one of them is one of those little short pistol grip shotguns, the Gatekeeper. Remember, it was the precursor to the Mossbergs. Yeah, I don't have a ton of shotguns, but I still say the Benelli M4 is my favorite. And as long as it's 12 gauge, you're set to go. You're good to go, I should say. All right, let's see. Do we got any more super chats coming in over here? Nope. John Mandarick was the last one. The The dire wolf has been brought back from extinction. Do you want dire wolves roaming around your community? Well, I don't know. I feel it's probably like bears. There's way too many stupid people around and way too little bears and dire wolves. So maybe if we had more bears and dire wolves, that'd be 2 problems solved. So I'm not against it. I've got bears roaming around in my yard now. I had bear prints over by where we threw the chicken the other day. I went out the next day and there's bear footprints in the mud and bobcat footprints. And I went over there today and there's like a deer skull over there. So he's been over there snacking. I don't know if it was the mountain lion and we got mountain lions up here roaming around. So when people say, do you want them in your yard? Well, actually, I feel like I'm more in their yard than they are in mine since I have a house out in the kind of middle of nowhere. But usually they ain't a problem to me. I'm not on their list of prey. And they usually don't see you as that unless you put yourself in a really stupid situation. So I don't worry about them too much. I think more animals, less people is something like I say, if I ever ran for president, I think I would run on the platform of more bears, less people. And more wolves, more people, same thing. So I don't know if I'd get elected on that platform, but it'd be the one I run on. What shoulder holster would you? I don't know. I already answered that question. 38 Super greater than 30 Super. Well, neither of them are great. And the only reason 38 Super is still around is because places like Mexico that can't have 9mm. Otherwise, that round would be history. Oh, I never did answer this. Read this. Teddy Two Guns. The 45 72-inch BFR is a sexy gun. Well, I don't know about sexy. It's a little weird looking. I think the barrel's longer than that one than most of them. I think the ones they have the 4-inch are the ones. What's that one? The Thunder or something, Thunderer or something like that. I like that one. It's like $2,500 though. But I don't know about sexy, but scary. They're definitely scary, and sex is scary. I remember I've been terrified during sex many times in my life. That's one of the things that makes it fun. But I don't know what's scarier, having sex or not having sex when you're young. At my age, it's scary to even think about doing it. Just like, oh God, I got to shower. Probably got to, brush my teeth. I got to, I got to stretch for one thing. I can't go into it cold anymore. That's just an injury waiting to happen. That's a pulled hamstring for sure. If you're lucky. But as I was saying, I don't know about it being sexy looking, but it's definitely something I want. I definitely want one. Let's see here. Someone commented on my post. Bear mace. I don't know what that's in reference to. Where am I here? I think I'm all caught up on all the super chats and everything. Oh, excuse me. The sliding glass door, window, and screen door got delivered today, getting installed Thursday. Are you installing it? I hate installing doors and windows. I've installed a ton of them in my life, and I hate it. Getting them right is just getting them level to where they open and close right. It's just, and I know it's a simple process. You shim, you screw, but it's when you think you got it right, and then it's just not. Like you got it to where, it's all plumb, it's all level. And then you notice, it's a 1/4 inch in on this side and a 1/4 inch out on that side. It's square, but the wall pisses me. I hate doing it. I really do. I couldn't believe anyone with a sense of patriotism would think such a thing as total immunity, but tells me more about Donald than anything he is in. I don't know what he is in means. Yeah, but I agree. No one that believes in the Constitution or freedom or anything should believe that police should have total immunity. I agree with that. I want someone that is like Ron Paul, really old. Best pro-Constitution voting record in Congress. His son, I'm not a fan of. It's funny how I can like Ron Paul so much and not like Rand Paul. I don't really like Rand Paul. Strikes me as a dick. I'm pretty sure I'd want to punch him. There's just some people you meet them, you want to punch them. It's like I always say that about Ferguson. It's true. I don't care if you were a pacifist nun who has spent her entire life preaching nonviolence, the moment you shake hands with Ferguson, our governor, you would have to resist the urge to punch him in the throat because he is that sleazy. When I left Alaska, 9 Alaska officers had been convicted of rape. Well, the cops do that all the time. It's not like it's surprising. They have a higher rate of conviction on alcoholism, or a higher rate of actually engaging in alcoholism, drunk driving, spousal abuse, etc. They just don't get prosecuted as often. They get to work a deal and go work in another district. Same thing in the military. People think, oh, the military is all the greatest, the best, and the brightest. If you saw the statistics on drunken violence, rape, and all that stuff inside the military, you'd be like, oh my God, what's going on in the fucking military? That's way higher than normal. That's higher than like Detroit. And that's because it's, not always the best people. The Great Dane does not die in the movie. The plot is a woman's difficulty keeping the dog in an apartment that doesn't allow dogs. The movie ends well. Apollo steals the show. Well, good, he should. I assume that's the Great Dane. Great Danes are called the heartbreakers in the dog community because they only live like 6 to 8 years. So them outliving you is very unusual. It's not like getting a parrot or a tortoise or something. Like I had a great uncle had a parrot that outlived him by about 80 years. I think it outlived him and his son and his grandson, maybe even. But that bird was old. I know when I was a tiny little baby, that bird was old as fuck. It belonged to my great uncle, and my great uncle had it now. And he was like, it belongs to my dad's bird. He had it for like 40 years. And now I think he had it his whole life, and then his son took it. And I don't know what happened to the bird then, but it was old when I was a baby. It was about 60 when I was just a baby. So that bird's old. Of course, my aunt and uncle on one side, Sandy and Larry, they had a little Scottish terrier. That thing lived forever too. It is in there's like my second birthday, like video, like film 8mm film from my second birthday. He's a puppy running around in the background. And then there's video like my cousin Stevie's 18th birthday, and we're the same age. That dog is moving around in the background. And then there's the going off to college videos, and that dog is running around in the background. He lived to be 20 something. And by the end, he was just like a lump of fur that just couldn't even stand up to poop. You had to hold him up to let him poop, but that dog lived fucking forever. I was like, when is that? Like, that dog was a part of my life, my whole life up into my 20s. Where was I at? Would it be worth it to SBS a Mossberg Shockwave? Well, I think it'd be worth it to SBS any gun, any shotgun. I want one badly. I really want one of those triple barrel shotguns to be SBS, but it'd definitely be worth it, I think, on any shotgun because I want one really bad. Did something just touch my leg? No, nothing down there, so nothing touch my leg. Sometimes my hair moves and it makes me feel like something's touching me. Nothing touched me in years. I've been married for, good Lord, how long have we been together now? What is it? Since 92. So what's this? So 33 years. In fact, I think it was April. It was April of 92. So yeah, so 33 years. I'm happier today than I ever have been. Actually, that's true in a way, because at our age, sex doesn't play as big a part of the relationship, so you don't have to worry about that as much. It's not as big a deal. Down with the Healy monster. Also, if you could have a single clone of yourself, would you? Why would I want a clone of myself? I'm not the easiest guy to get along with. I think I'd get on my nerves. I mean, I think we would agree on most things, but I still think I'd get on my nerves. That's Joe Pearson, by the way. So the only reason I could think if I wanted a clone of me was like if they could clone me, if we had the technology now to clone me, take my head off or take my brain out and put it in the clone. Like maybe you grow the clone without a functioning brain. And then, they rapidly age your clone to 18 or something till it's in its physical prime. And then they cut you open, take your brain out, swap it over into the new body, and then throw your body in the garbage. I don't know what they do with it, feed it to the cats or something. And then you just get to start over again in a new version of yourself. That'd be about the only, and that way you don't got to worry about any rejections. Because, I guess they could put your brain in other bodies, but what if it rejected your brain? Because we have that issue with organs. So maybe the only way they overcame that was they clone your own body and put your brain in it. And none of this just transfer your memories and stuff. No, I want my actual brain, because I think my brain is me. I don't want a copy of me living on thinking it's me. I want this brain to go into a new body. None of that. Oh, they copied him into a computer, so now he's living forever. No, a copy of him's living forever. That's the way I feel about the transporters in Star Trek. I'm like, is the person that ends up on the planet, is that actually you, or is that just a new creation that thinks it's you? And you died when you went into the transporter. That's a very philosophical thing that I don't think they ever address in the show. I don't like that whole idea that it's not me. It could be a clone of me thinks it's me. There's a movie coming out about that. There's a book about that, about how they cloned this guy to use him as, disposable labor in space. And then accidentally one of them lives, and every new clone thinks he's I'm the same old guy that I always was, blah, blah, blah. But, and then there's two of them. So you can see from that right there that the new version is not the old guy, because the old guy's still there. So it's make your head hurt thinking about it. So I wouldn't suggest you think about it. Plus, I don't think we're going to have transporters anytime soon, so I don't think we've got to worry about it. But you never know. All right, well, I got a couple minutes left here. Let's see if we're doing how good we're doing. Go Shadow said, sent photo of Smith & Wesson model 209-277. Let me go look. Here it is. I didn't even see it. Present, share screen, Winder, boom, boom. Need this Smith & Wesson, only one I would want. You want you a little grenade launcher. I kind of want one attachment of one for something, but I don't know why I would need it. But I'd like to have it, and I'd like to be able to have the grenades. Real grenades that go boom, not just smoke grenades and stuff like that. I'd want to, or at least I'd want to have actual tear gas grenades. I would love to have an actual grenade shooter and actual tear gas grenades. If I can't have explosive grenades, I would take tear gas. It's probably good I don't have explosive ones, because I probably end up killing myself. But I would like to have tear gas ones, because that'd be really useful if, shit ever hit the fan. People are trying to come on your property, take stuff, kapoom, kapoom, a couple of tear gas canisters, and then some well-placed shots in the crowd. Be useful, I think. I think it'd be very useful. So I want one, but we can't get anything good for them. So what's the point of having them? Shoot T-shirts at people is about the only thing, let's see, where was I? What are we doing? What are we talking about? I know a few places in Minneapolis where women would hug you. Oh, I don't want to be hugged. Did I put out vibes? I wanted to be hugged. I don't want to be hugged. 686 plus or Colt King Cobra carry, both 3 inches. 686 plus. Now, if this was a 3-inch Python trigger is so much better than the King Cobra trigger, so I'd say go with the Python, even though you're getting one less round. But in this case, those guns are very close together in quality, so I'm going to say go with the 686 plus for the extra round. Winston Churchill's parrot was still alive in the early 2000s. Yeah, they lived for a long time. I don't know how long they lived, but hell, tortoises live hundreds of years. The Great Dane Apollo had arthritis at the age of 6. Yeah, they don't live much. They could be dead at 6. Yeah, but you were an old senile brain in a young body. Ain't nothing wrong with my brain. My brain's fine. My body that's falling apart. My brain's fine. It just good as ever was. Well, no, but that's because I've had brain injuries. I've had a lot of concussions. I've had at least 8 concussions in my life, 8 documented concussions, one of which involved a severe skull fracture. So I've got a reason for not being as sharp as I was when I was younger. I've had a lot of brain or brain damage, as some people say. And hopefully if we can do that, we can repair, like we can prevent like Alzheimer's or anything like that, or reverse it when you put you in the new body. The 209, 207 is legal even in Washington. They are not destructive devices, as they are 37 millimeter used in prisons and on ships for launching 37 millimeter flares and 37 millimeter animal deterrent flashbangs. Yes, I'm saying you can't get nothing useful for them. I can't get like tear gas or explosive grenades or anything like that. So what'd be the point? I can get flare gun for flares. And we had a case of someone using a flare gun to try to deter an animal in Washington. They started a forest fire. You need to be careful doing that. There's a difference between deterrent bang and flare guns. That looks like that's it for us today. I'm out of questions. I'm to the end of the questions over here. I think I'm all caught up over there. And I think we're all caught up over here. Boom. Yes, we are all caught up. So I want to say thanks to everybody for coming today. I appreciate it. I will see you all again tomorrow. Until then, and hopefully we'll start at the right time tomorrow. So until then, go over, check out the merch. We got new merch over there. That's it, I guess. Thanks for everything you do for the channel. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again. I'm surprised Don Heasley didn't ask me if I mailed his gun today. He never asked me. Although I think I may have given it away when I said I went to the gun shop.